Thank you for joining Wars of the Rosies. As we continue with Lesson 53, I will keep the Passover at thy house, of International Esoteric and Illuminated Bible Lessons by R. Swinburne Clymer. International Esoteric Bible Lessons prepared for the Sunday Schools of the Church of Divine Illumination, Matthew 26th chapter, 1st to 29th verses. Golden text, I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples. We have the description of the Passover in the textbook. It means the passing over of the soul from the evil into sonship and Christhood. Jesus himself kept the Passover. It is the purification of the flesh, and after this, the Son of Man must be crucified. In the beginning of the lesson, Mary Magdalene, the sister of Lazarus, who Jesus raised from the dead, came and anointed him for his burial. She was the woman possessed with 7 devils, and Jesus cast them out. She was a woman the self-righteous and unenlightened scorned, but a woman whom Jesus pitied and loved, because she loved much and gave much. She brought the best she had and gave all without stint to the Master. She knew what they knew not and were a long time learning. Verse 14, Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went out unto the chief priest. Verse 15, And said unto them, What will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they coveted with him for 30 pieces of silver. See the soul of Judas Iscariot. Did he know the Christ? Here one of the 12 taught personally by Jesus, and he was still darkened, still loved money more than the Christ. He would sell his soul for the gold that was more precious to him than the Christ or life. Judas Iscariot was one who knew the laws and could use them. He healed and taught and wore the name of disciple. He was a black brother. Mary Magdalene, the scorned, gave her soul to the Master. Judas sold him for money, and that through envy and jealousy. Verse 20, Now, when the eve was come, he sat down with the 12. Verse 21, And as they did eat, he said, Verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. The Christ is betrayed many times into the hands of the high priest of evil, of wickedness and vice. Jesus knew that one who was black, who knew not good and hated good, would always betray his teacher. He could see the soul of Judas as he saw the soul of the Magdalene. Verse 22, And they were exceedingly sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? Verse 23, And he answered and said, He that dippeth his hand with me in this dish, the same shall betray me. They all ate from the same dish with him, and as he answered them, they were unable to understand, with the exception of Judas, for Judas knew he had already bargained to betray him. Verse 24, The Son of Man goeth as it was written of him, but woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been better for that man if he had not been born. Perhaps a fear and misgiving came to Judas at these words, for he said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, Thou hast said. Judas represents all forces antagonistic to good and which seek to betray or destroy the good. Verse 26, And as they were eating, Jesus took bread and blessed it, and brake it and gave it to the disciples, and said, Take, eat, this is my body. It was merely the symbol of the bread of life. When we accept the good, the Christ, we eat the bread of life, which is indeed the body of Christ and the only sustaining body we can partake of. Verse 27, And he took the cup and gave thanks, and gave it to them, saying, Drink all of it. Verse 25, For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many, for the remission of sin. Blood is the symbol of life. He gave life and he gives life. The blood of the flesh did not give life. Jesus the flesh did not give life in any way except in his teachings and demonstrating and manifesting the life of a true Christ, a Son of God, Son of good or righteousness. Verse 28, But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of the fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom. Did he refer to the material wine they drink? No, he referred to the wine of life which Christ would drink with them when they were illumined. This illumination of the soul is the fruit of the vine of life to all who drink it. Verse 30, And when they sung a hymn, they went out into the Mount of Olives. The hymn which they sung after the last earthly supper was the Great Paschal Hallel, or Hymn of Praise, which consists of Psalms 113 to 118. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. And if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Rosies. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.